Guys, this is probably the biggest news that's hit the streets in the last like decade. We got to get with it.
It is a sight to see, the signs in front of this Cleveland Heights home after dealing with crash after crash.
What? We told you about one of those crashes back in 2021. Another happened in 2022. And we went back last year to tell you about a near miss. And a year later, the homeowner says he still feels like the city has not done enough to prevent this from continuing to happen.
How is the road shaped? What is happening?
Context, his house just happens to be at a spot where like people like that like exit the freeway and stuff like that. You know when you don't have either enough signage or whatever.
Yeah.
So people are coming in way too hot and heavy, and then there's like a speed bump.
Oh,
and then when people hit it,
airborne.
It just like launches.
It was like one every month or something.
It's like a Fast and Furious movie.
So like over the last like 10 years, like 4 different cars have plowed into his house.
He lives at the end of like a burnout track.
Yeah.
But how are they like in the roof?
So also now insurance wants to.
Yeah, that shit's launching the car.
These guys are going through the roof, bro.
They're gonna take off the freaking ramp.
Insane, dude.
Dude, I would have PTSD. You're just watching TV and a fucking car comes through a wall.
Dude.
And he doesn't want to move
You know this happened enough times. The TV's on the other side of the house.
He's already fully paid off his house.
from all the accidents, huh?
No, it just before that. He's been there for a long time.
Why doesn't he just fucking move out and rent it out or
This
something?
guy's putting signs up saying, "Please stop crashing into my house."
Look, the city, all they did was they put 2 boulders. The city put 2
No.
as an attempt to like.
It's gonna totally clear those.
But it's flying over it.
They're going into the roof, brother. In the
now
roof.
He feels like he's.
The second story.
What the fuck?
Thinking.
He feels like he's still on the last straw because he's had to claim insurance on his home, and now his insurance companies don't want to have
It's a
to
high risk zone.
So they want to drop him. They're like, you file one more claim, we're dropping you. So now the best thing he could do is put up signs to the city.
Might as well put a flaming hoop.
That's fucked up. They're like, we're dropping you.
Well, they tend to do that a lot lately.
It's like their thing.
That's how it works. That's how insurance works.
People really like their house, huh?
Yeah.
I'm like, after
people are
my
stubborn.
first one, I'm getting the fuck out of there.
Damn, dude.
So he's got all these signs up and
Well,
stuff
if it's
like
fully
that.
paid off, it's not like he. Well, I don't know. He
not
just
kept
sell
as a
it
lie.
and just go somewhere else.
Well, the value's probably plummeted now that
Yeah.
they know it's a freaking risky place to live.
Well, I would sue the city.
I like how the city's like, didn't we put those boulders there? Come on, man.
Stop bugging us.
City's probably like moving one boulder is like 35 grand, brother.
Oh my god, they must have filed that cost so high too.
So yeah, we gotta bring justice for this guy because
we
he's,
stop this guy?
you know, since 2012, cars are just flying left and right into his house.
They should just make it a banked turn.
He needs those water barrels, dude.
Dude, what do you do? I don't know what to do.
A giant wall. You gotta do a giant wall.
But then that means
One
the
brick
car would
wall.
just go through the wall and then you have to build another wall again.
It's better than building a wall in your house, maybe.
Better
That's
rebuilding
true.
your house. Yeah.
Also, though, you just got a giant wall in front of your house.
Just every day, you just get a bunch of bricks and cement, and you just keep laying bricks.
No, what you do is you
Till the next one.
you build that wall there, but then you have an artist paint it to match.
Match the house.
Looks like it's your house.
Or what are those? What are those
Perspective paintings.
What are those ramparts that stop tanks that are like look like this on the ground?
Or like giant jacks, right?
Put that.
And barbed wire.
That's smart.
Or just like 100 of those yellow trash cans with water in them.
Yeah, you just look like a D-Day enthusiast.
Or a tramp wall. So he flies in, bounce right back.
Oh
out.
yeah,
Vertical tramp wall.
Expensive.
Or just a ramp.
yeah, or just a portal.
Another ramp.
Yeah, a second ramp.
To go over his
Go
house.
to the next house.
Yeah, just put a portal there.
A Stargate.
Yeah, Stargate. Why not? Yeah.
Some other poor fuck. The stars on the other side of the Stargate in his house is getting fucked.
He goes the next Stargate's to another house.
This is the last time I'm moving on the other side of a Stargate.
I can't get homeowners insurance because I live next to a Stargate.
I live on the other side of the goddamn Stargate.
Who opened this wormhole?
My wife said it looked pretty.
Yeah, there's no solution for
By the way, who keeps unloading the damn Chirons?
stupid.
Little Stargate humor.
So it's not even, they're not even blaming their drivers? Like, isn't the driver's insurance gotta pay for it? Why does his homeowner's insurance have to pay for it?
No, you can't mix a driver and home, dude. What are you?
Separate policy.
Well, if it's the driver that's committing the crime,
You the intergalactic space station's paying for the Stargate.
That's true, because if you're driving a car and you cause like property damage, are you liable for the property?
Are you
Not your car.
What good is it?
It should be. Fucking should be.
What good is it if you're dead? They're going through the guy's roof every time.
That's true. Every person that hits his house dies. Yeah.
Is it true?
Yeah, the fatality.
It's a brick house, dude.
It's a brick.
Helps you get it done regardless of if you get the money or not. And then the car insurance is what the home insurance will fight. They'll deal with that insurance.
is just tired of getting it done.
Basically.
Fuck, dude. But also imagine like you're insuring homes for like that whole neighborhood, and then one house keeps on filing this wild claim.
We're supposed to not have to do anything at our job.
Like, hey, I got proof. Look at all these cars.
It's like Nissan Altima comes through a second floor window again. You're like, what?
Fuck. That's the second
Supposed to be chilling, but now I'm working.
This is why that Luigi guy like got popular though.
For real.
Not because he's also hot.
Yeah.
But
You got a six-pack.
it's like people are sick of dealing with insurance.
Insurance is a pain in the ass.
Nobody's like,
know what
I
it
feel
is?
bad for insurance.
I think before there was a time when there was no insurance, right? I think everyone would just been like, oh, what a tragedy. That's it. Because it's like there's no such thing as this thing we're fucking paying monthly for, hoping that they're actually going to do their job. And then when time comes around to do their job, they're an absent dad.
Yep.
Where'd they go? I don't really want to fucking deal with it, you know? And I think that's the issue here. Like, everyone's paying hundreds of fucking dollars every month.
All kinds of insurance.
Insurance is a scam.
Home, medical, car, fucking everything.
And they're like, well, actually, yeah, I don't think it doesn't cover.
They are victim blamers. They're really good at victim blaming.
Do you think it would help if they?
Yeah.
Do you think it would help if they made insurance company CEOs hot?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Because then,
Bodacious babes. Yeah. For sure.
because then would even the playing field a little bit.
They have to be.
It's not even the CEO. It's like your insurance claim agent. They have to be hot in the way that they talk to you.
Got it.
Because then if bodacious babe, it's like, it kind of is your fault, but that's okay, right? And you're like,
Well, yeah, it's not my
I
fault.
guess.
And like, I don't want to seem like a pussy. She's really hot.
Yeah.
And they gotta be in bikinis.
Fine, can you shake your titties real quick? All right, fine, that's cool.
I'll pay for it out of pocket.
So are we hanging out later?
What if the city pays for the guy to like do this to his house, and then they move it like that, so there's a clear path for the flying.
Oh yeah.
Scoot it over.
Yeah.
And then he puts 2 Stargates in between each other, so that he could walk through one and skip the dead zone, and then just spear in the kitchen.
Not bad.
That's how we use better use of that technology. Yeah.
Stargates, man.
Are there consumer Stargates for sale?
I don't have to look it up.
You know, one time I did do something kind of fucked up where I smashed my uncle's car.
What?
So, and it was like, oh, like, dude, this is fucking like God teaching me a lesson. So my uncle was going back to Hong Kong or China or some shit. So he asked my dad, hey, can I leave my car at your house? And my dad's like, oh, sure. So he leaves it in the parking space. This is at the Amani house. And then I was talking to my girlfriend at the time. I didn't even have a license. And then, you know, when you're 15 and you're so fucking horny, you want to see each other. And I was like, oh, you know what? My uncle left his car here. I could probably take it to go see you. And I was like, but you don't even know how to drive. And I'm like, I'll probably figure it out. So we hung up. I took my uncle's car. I pulled it out and I parked it in front of where my dad lives. He lives in like a kind of like 3 or 4 condo, like little community. I pulled it out, and then I'm like, I get back on the phone with my girlfriend. I'm like, yeah, I think I figured it. I figured I parked it in the front. And then, you know, my dad's house is at a bend. A fucking car comes out of nowhere, like 80 miles an hour. Boom! Slams into my uncle's car right in front of me. And I'm like, hey, babe, I gotta call you back.
So you had a car parked?
And it wasn't parked there. It was parked where it's supposed to be. But
So it hit a parked
it
car.
went boom. And then this car just starts going away like all slow and fucking leaking all kinds of shit.
So just hit and run too.
And then my dad comes home, and then he's like, what the fuck happened to the car? And I was like, oh, I had to move it. He goes, you don't even have a license. I was like, I know, but I just had to move it. And then I called the cops, and eventually they arrested the guy, and thank fucking God he was drinking. So then all the blame goes on him.
Thank God.
And then so my uncle got his car back. But it was just one of those moments where it was like, why did I even fucking move this stupid car to cause that car to get smashed? Because then he would have just smashed into a street light or whatever other car that was.
What if you parked it, but it was so far off the curb? Your 15-year-old ass didn't know?
I know, dude.
It was probably like double parked and shit, and the car just pow.
Oh my
That
god,
shit was crazy,
dude.
like literally being on the phone with her and then seeing this car go, I'm like, I moved it there.
What was the reason you gave your dad for moving the car at all?
I don't even remember. I think I just pulled something out of my ass.
He was probably like, this month, he probably thought you stole it, drove it, and you got into a car accident.
Yeah, he probably did.
Because I'm like, there's no way you drove it just to park the car outside.
No.
There's no fucking way.
That's like, why would you move it?
I don't know.
But also, a part of me would have been like, thank God this idiot is alive. Because he could have died in that car accident.
Oh, so they were able to fix the car?
No, the guy just had to pay for it.
Oh, okay. Dang.
Oh, actually, what happened? No. What happened was, so I called the cops. They wrote a police report, and then the cops arrested him because they just followed the leak coolant. Wow. So they arrested him, and then they found out he was drunk, and then that guy was like a 40-year-old, like, I don't know, like one of those deadbeats. That guy's mom comes to our house and says, we'll give you guys like $5,000 cash if you don't press charges.
Whoa.
I think my uncle's car was only worth like $2,000. So we're
That's
like,
nice.
so I think we're like, okay, we won't press charges. And then we just ended up having to buy my uncle another car.
Oh, that's dope.
So your uncle comes back and you're like, look at your new car!
We don't have a car, but we have money.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
That's so sick. Dude. Can I park my car here? It's like, yeah, we sold it.
It was a piece of shit. Got you a better car.
No, 'cause yeah, he recently just came from like China, didn't have money, so he like had dropped $2,000 on like an old like 1980s car or something.
That's a nice little upgrade then.
And then it got fucking
Got a firmware
smashed.
update.
He comes back to a new car.